Welcome to Wolf Stir Fry. My name's Chris. I'm going to show you my simple recipe using 3 paints to paint green skin. So we started off with a Chaos Black with Army Painter White Zenithal over the top. I'm just going to cover all the flesh areas with Contrast Orc Flesh from Citadel. And essentially what that's going to do is it's basically just going to coat the entire of the skin. All the light areas are going to come out nice and light. All the dark areas are going to come out nice and dark. So let's go through that. At this stage you don't have to be super neat because essentially you can kind of touch up everything else as you go along. What you can also do, if you feel like it, is give it find a nice light green, and you can also kind of just do a little bit of dry brushing over that, and that's going to just make the colours pop a little bit more. But at the moment what I'm doing is just introducing 3 colours into this little project. So once you've done all of that sort of thing, I mean this little technique, the reason I like it is basically you've got 10 models, you can all do them all spray at the same time, all zenithal at the same time, and then all the different sort of paint phases just all at the same time, just basically get them done. And that way, with this method, you can possibly get your little kill team or your squad done in, I'd say, about sort of like 3 hours really. Yeah, I mean, pretty good. If you're rushing, that is. If not, take your time, obviously. Right, okay, so once that's dry, we're going to move on to our next shade, obviously. There we are. So what I'm using now is basically it's a base paint Orc Flesh, so a little bit lighter, and I'm just going to put that on the raised areas. So in this case it's the kind of biceps and the sort of bulging Orc muscles. There we go. So again, you have to be a little bit more delicate with this. Simply because basically you don't want to overdo the surface area too much. But again, what this is going to do is get these extreme highs and lows and make them pop quite nicely. Of course, if you want, you can actually put a wash on this after this stage and kind of leave it at that. But what we're going to do in this particular case is just go for another colour after this, just to get that extra kind of brightness to it. There we go. Just do the hands there, get a bit of highlighting going on there. Excellent. A lot of people have been asking me what I'm actually using for the stand for this, and these are actually bottle tops from, well, cork bottle tops from sort of like whiskey and stuff like that. So essentially if you've got any spare lying around, or if you're not old enough and your parents drink, then basically you could use those as well, just obviously ask permission. And you get 2 corks end to end, tie them in the middle with insulation tape, bit of blue tack on top, and there you go. Very makeshift, you don't have to spend a lot of money, so pretty good stuff. There we go, that's all nice and highlighted now. So we're going to move on to our third and final colour, which is Moot Green. It's a layer paint, Moot Green by Citadel, and it's basically a nice bright green, and it's really going to accentuate all the kind of raised areas. There we go, awesome stuff. So again, with this one, you don't want to cover the complete surface area of what you've just done before with the Orc Flesh. You want to basically come in a little bit from the edges of the painted areas and just get the kind of in-between area. There we go. Now this I'm just doing all with the same brush, to be honest. So you don't have to use a finer brush to do this. In fact, it's better for sort of your brush control to practice doing this with sort of smaller and smaller areas as well. So there we go. That's pretty much all there is to this. And you can do this with a lot of different things. Well, I find I did my Gloomspite Gits in this sort of way as well, getting a nice sort of goblin green skin, as well as obviously the Aurochs and stuff like that as well. So there you go. If you like this tutorial, please like and subscribe. It really helps out. It'd be fantastic. All the best. This is Chris. Bye.